Okay, moving onwards. Those sounds, I'm not 100% sure what they are, whether they denote boss fights or they're just like those hiss barriers. Personal mod launch efficiency. Alright. So I've got the energy boost equipped right now. What does the launch efficiency do? Launch efficiency cost. So presumably it reduces the amount of energy it takes for me to use launch efficiency. I suppose on balance, having increased 6% energy or reduced launch energy costs 8% would probably be better. So I'm going to equip that for now, since it's the only power I've got. So I can do more of this. Throw mail at people. It also, by the way, it uses up the energy when you pick stuff up, not when you throw it, which is good to know. Oh, look, reading material. Tomasi, Willow, AWE outcome. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem was being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public less likely to redact it. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. That doesn't mean we could stop monitoring redacted, and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it looks like we're in the clear. Tomasi, out. That was the guy whose voice I heard earlier. I think I'm hearing it now. I think. Okay, the mail room is over there. Thank you for all the signs. It's very useful. I'm about to sneeze. Hang on. Nope, I'm not about to sneeze. I hate it when that happens. Okay, we need clearance level 1. Finally, are we going to get...
Locked.
Yep.
Maybe there's a key nearby.
Okay, am I looking for keys nearby? I thought I'd need a clearance level. My brain friend is telling me about that. Oh no, that's...
Must open the door.
Does this open all clearance level? Oh god. Let's just make sure that guy's definitely dead. Oh, what's wrong with his mouth? I don't want to look at him anymore. What's this? Oh, claim control point. That's probably a good idea. Okay. Progressing towards achievements. I'll go on, let's check the bathrooms. Jesus. It's dark. I must get a torch at some point in this game. There's a lot of dark spaces. Sometimes there's like material or something in the bathrooms. On this occasion, just brooms. Oh, we got another safe room, right? That's what these are called. It's not active at the moment, so I can't do anything about it. There's also an upstairs. I'm not going to poke around there just yet. Let's access the mail room and see what's inside now that I've got the key. I'll explore later. I'm going to bet there's going to be enemies in here. Oh, here we are. You look unsafe.
They can fly now.
Oh, his corrupted...
Great.
He dodges. Alright. Who can go? I need to move. I probably want to get some high ground myself. I saw more enemies on the ground. I definitely can't. No, he's going to dodge every single time. Alright, so that's of little use to me. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Alright, I need health from you. And to be more careful. Damn it. Where is he? Keep cover. Ouch. I'm gonna... Crap. Ah, I didn't think he was there. There was a shielded guy right in front of me. Healing up is a bit of a problem. You need to kill enemies to heal up, which means you need to be in combat. But in the event that I'm dodging, I think I just need to lay into him and find cover. Go up high, lay into the bad guys, find cover, keep covered. Forget trying to toss stuff at him. It's not working. Just shoot the shit out of him. Alright, here we go. New strategy. Flying boy. Tomasi. I heard you... Will I get to fly? I think I do get to fly. Alright, so we'll lift stuff up before he tosses it. Go down. There you are. Hello. Could I, like, throw his shit back at him? Just wail on him. I think it's just as simple as that. Shoot him until he dies and try to stay in cover as best as possible. Nearly. He's almost dead anyway. Where are you? Come on. Ah, stop dodging. Cover. Ooh. Is that it? No, he's gone inside. Is he... Oh, he's run somewhere.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
I almost had him. I was doing pretty well.
Let's stay focused.
Let's get some health.
One should be past the mailroom.
Okay, is he going to be between... His next... The next stage of his fight is going to be between me and the hotline chamber. There we are. Alright. That was frustrating. It gives me a superpower, and then gives me a boss fight where I can't use a superpower. I don't, like... Come on. Oh, what's in here? Oh, we're upstairs now. Okay. Is there anything interesting up here? Looks like something.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
Oh, they've got a synthwave
Thank you for staying up with us.
radio station.
We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings,
I was enjoying that.
voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently.
Okay, so they've got the conspiratorial radio station that I assume the Bureau doesn't necessarily approve. Or maybe they do.
Insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed. Inside that wooden border that motel can send
I don't know how long I want to listen to this for. I'm not going to listen to this all day because otherwise I'm just standing here listening to a radio show. But here's the thing. Would it not make sense, and I believe there's a, like, conspiratorial concept behind this, is that a government might want to, not approve of, but encourage conspiratorial thinking on things that they're actually doing because it makes the people... Because the people who are conspiracy theorying look like cranks. and therefore make the actual conspiracies less believable. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but like, if the people who are telling the truth sound like nutters, then that makes the truth easier to hide. Alright. I'd love to listen to that, and in my own time I probably would. But for the time being, we're just going to brush past and head to the hotline. And we're now healed up. Okay, so it was up there, past there. Man, we made a fucking mess around here, didn't we? Hotline chamber. Alright, let's go. So, yeah, I'm following that guy into the hotline chamber. So when you say you know he'll be back, I suspect, yeah, very shortly, actually. He wasn't that powerful, so it wasn't like I couldn't have taken him out if I wanted to. It just required a understanding of his moves. I have actually saved that, by the way. America Overnight, episode 359. I will say I approve of their choice of sort of soundstage music. Okay, this is what I've just picked up, the Butte Summary. AWE 17, event summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity, located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte's home's closet disappeared during this incident. Okay. By the way, we've got Hiss Elevated, which I think is the guy, is Tomasi. He's a Hiss Elevated, so more of him. I'd like to get past his dodge ability at some point. Some, like, I don't know, Force Lightning or something. His elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau Parutilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. So this was the latter. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss Elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss Elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It is also worth considering that Hiss Resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in individuals it corrupts. Refer to file redacted for support. Okay. Yeah, some way of hurting them easily with something other than... or at least getting a stronger gun. This thing is next to useless now.
Roberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Alright. Tomasi's ID. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign, perfectly executed. Alright, that's just his...
got him.
Yeah, no shit. What do we got here?
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious
This is
illness
Cuba we read about.
staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Okay, he's got a blasé attitude to people. Some a lot. Wow, I'm just the bank of pneumatic tubes. Do you need that many? Okay, whatever. Yeah, so... okay, so he was in charge of basically deception. He was in charge of convincing the public. This is what this area is about. You know, learning what bullshit you can get away with to the public.
The hotline can't be far now.
So, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. You want to keep stuff hidden. I can hear the phone ringing. Yep, I can hear it. I have to deal with Tomasi again. Hotline chamber. Butte supplement. Alright, I accidentally didn't hold that down for far enough. So the Butte supplement... This is, by the way, in 1992. I should be checking the dates here. According to their testimony, the agents have been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside the room, they were transported into the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of the Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, light cords have been found in the oldest house located in redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted. But initial hypothesis center on the Butte AWE and a redacted see Dr. Darling presentation 24.3. It should actually have I think those are real, some of them. So is that some of the ways the fast travel system in this game works, perhaps? Is that what that's suggesting? Hotline security log. Okay, this is all happening in 2019. We've got Director Trench, Bill Everett, and yeah, Carol Bishop was the last person to talk. Whoever that is, custodian. All visitors must check in. Okay, no, Director Trench is checking in. I think he's on the other side of the line now. Regularly, though. Hold on. Oh, no, 10th? No, sorry, October 12th and then October 26th. I thought they were minutes after each other. Okay. So pretty much from August 19th to October 26th, been about, what, a dozen or so calls? It doesn't seem unreasonable. Alright, I'm going this way. Oh, hello, Director.
Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord.
Teleportation.
Marked with a black pyramid.
Partial information. My guess is that I'm supposed to stand here, pull the light switch cord, and that'll teleport me inside. They're utilizing the objects of power as like infrastructure around the base as well. They've actually incorporated it purposefully, it would seem. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Have you been here before?
no, I'm at the Ocean View Motel. No, but I've read about it.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Dream logic. Oh, do you know what? Does that connect? So this is like dimensionally. These are in the same. These are traversing the same path. So if I travel to the end of this. Oh, very nice. Very, very well styled around here. It's sort of semi-retro almost.
Hello? Anyone here?
I don't think there is. I get the feeling the Bureau uses this as a transportation network. If I go to the other end of this hall, it will, and I'll have a look around. But I think there'll be another, no. I thought there would be another light switch there and would teleport me the equivalent distance across. Traverse the Ocean View Motel. Can I head outside? No. It said dream logic. What is dream logic? Some of the doors were openable, or at least you could be interacted with, but not these ones. The only thing I can see is to ring the bell again. Okay. Janitor. Alright, I'm gonna... These don't... Locked. Why does some of these... Why is only one interactable? That's the question. I'm not entirely sure I understand the logic here. See? Triangle. Black pyramid. Upside down black pyramid. Well, maybe. It's not making much sense to me at the moment. Hang on. Okay, I got a triangle. I got a swirl. I got a sort of a... I'm not sure what it is. It almost looks like a copyright symbol with a thing. But a black pyramid. That's this, right? Black triangle, anyway. It's changing something. Is it not? Traverse the Ocean View Motel. Okay, I've got to get across there. There. Changes that to UV. Oh, okay, no, I'm just going to fall off that. That goes to orange. That brings me to the Ocean View Motel. Alright, that's locked. I hear something changing. Do I have to press this until it opens the... the right door? Okay, it's opening these three doors. Alright, let's try the door at the very end. Here we are. Keys.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
And I'm guessing it opens the door with the black triangle on it. Excuse me if I seem a bit behind it. Dream logic is somewhat difficult to pass. That opens up. And gives me another light fixture. I pull it once and then it sort of flickers. I pull it again and so far I can tell nothing happens. I think you pull it 3 times to generate a bridge. Alright, that might need to be explained to me. I'm sure it's doing something. Alright, Director Trench. Took me a lot of effort to get here, so let's hope you've got some answers. The hotline seashell is a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. What? Okay, I'm getting a new power, am I? Complete the astral plane challenge. There may or may not be a logic to that puzzle that I'm not privy to yet. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Is that bad? I don't want to anger it if it is. It might just be what extra-dimensional looks like. Oh. Oh, I see. I've got to, pass it. Alright. I don't want to... I think I don't want to be on the same surface as it. But it's basically on a track. Right. There we go. I think I got it. So you got to get around those. Those guys are just like... They have the AI of the ghosts in Pac-Man. You just circle in the right way, get ahead of them, and then run away. Hope they don't cut you off. Simple. In order to get to the hotline. Well done, dialed director. You can contact us past selves in the hotline collectibles menu. We must expect compulsive weekly calls.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network.
No
a
shit.
direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
I might watch the whole thing.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall.
One of those is
Marshall
not.
especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
She's in the office now. Oh, okay.
I have
And
it. The hotline.
bleeding.
I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Okay.
People
Hold on. I just...
react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
People react strongly when they tell... That's why she's not mentioning anything about whatever's in her brain. I got a lot of collectibles. I'm assuming some of that came from... Hold on, hotline. Let's have a look. Control points? Do I look at these? What are these? Alright. Am I going to watch all of these right now?
It's a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer.
The hiss... Is that what the hiss has done?
Acts like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Alright. There was a word that Emily said that Darling was not necessarily to be trusted, though I don't know whether it's a fully like it's just a personal distrust, or it's like some kind of red herring or something, or whether or not I should actually be worried about him. I kind of find him amusing in the media, in the videos we've seen of him, but what would he be up to? Also, I think what's basically happened, like the hiss has taken over the control points. They were using that to stabilize everything, which is why the when they're not under our control, the room is all wibbly wobbly, or the architecture is shifting. The hiss is clearly broken through somewhere, and presumably through the control points. I guess I could just watch these.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same.
Jesse had the same thought.
Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Okay. So I'm also thinking preliminarily that the Ocean View Motel is its own realm unto itself. Okay. Well, let's do the hotline. I think these are the bits I've seen before, little bits and pieces of,
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing.
like that it gets cut up in the few times he's communicated with us before.
Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. A traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance.
From whom?
I'll rest first.
Apart from the board.
I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
How do we know, by the way, we can trust Director Trench? If there's a traitor in the midst, and he might be having an episode, could it not have been him in some way? Alright, management team, I'm just going to watch all of these. Because I feel like I need more context.
Director needs a team.
Oh, this is the one I've already...
Management team.
Okay. That one I've seen. So I'm going to read the coming storm. I thought that was going to be the directorship. Alright, the coming storm is next.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Corrupted by the hiss? Maybe. Or maybe just, like, tired of shit. Okay, so is Darling his... Is he suspicious of Darling, or is Darling his oldest friend and ally? Curious. Oh, it's the... You are the director now. We expect independence and dependence. You are authority chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. Okay, weird way to put it. Especially in the context. Alright, so these are Trench's hotlines, and the board has their own direct communication with me. Okay. I also want to check the full presentation from Darling about the hotline.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and
He even wears an ugly sweater.
going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Okay. Well, much extra there. I will say, Dr. Darling just reminds me of, like, scientists in kids' shows I used to watch when I was 5. Like, stereotypical scientists that, sort of a Bill Nye kind of thing, but even for even younger kids. This is the vibe he gives off. Okay, acquisition date, August 9th, 1965. This might be the earliest, oh no, 64 for the service weapon. So just after, the, let's say the founding has got to be around the early 1960s of the Bureau. Alright, containment procedure. Objects should be inaccessible except for use except to the director, and only through apparently that that plane of the Ocean View Motel. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. Why is the weight of the phone classified? The object allows the director to communicate with the board. If anyone other than the director, the object will cause a lethal... If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 1.6 for more information. Object is currently bound to Director Trench and now to me. The object is spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore, who was Trench's predecessor, was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. Alright, that was a lot of information we had to get through, but I'm glad I've done it, because I think I've got a little bit of a better idea of what I might expect. The light switch is gone, so it's just open to me now, and presumably anyone else who comes through here. Now I've got to speak with Emily again. To possibly tell her about what might be going on in my head, but apparently when people hear of it, they don't approve. I don't know where I'm going. I could check the map. Oh, I'm in the office. Oh, it's just down the friggin' hall there. And there's something been left on my office. Bureau funding. To all executive staff, I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget, but so long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in a spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of Federal Bureau of Control. So, okay, the Treasury Department, it should just be... I would like to point out that the Treasury Department doesn't allocate funds. The United States Congress allocates funds. The Treasury Department, I believe, primarily collects taxes and controls the U.S. Mint, but as an executive department, it doesn't have the power of the purse. But it would be in Congress's interests to oversee the actual allocation of the budget, which would basically mean the same thing. I mean, some congressperson's probably not going to give a shit about the FBC. I think also it's suggesting that the perception filter around the entire structure extends to its literal budgetary requirements. Okay. Now, I need clearance level 4. Actually, curious. I have clearance level 1 now. Does that include this place, which I couldn't enter before? Yes, it does. There's a lot of film reels in here. Agent death notification. Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in the service of the country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against our enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country that he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Yep. We read something about, like, how you're supposed to write those up. Material, house memory. Let's open assets. I have clearance level 1 now. Okay, so that's just what you have. What do all these, like, undefined reading... I must be able to spend these in some way. I keep pressing the wrong one. I've no weapon mod. Actually, now I do. Headshot boost. Yeah. Yeah, put that on. Plus 42% headshot damage. Alright. I'd like to search around a bit more in some of the places I've been past. I've just got to remember where they all are. I obviously can't get to clearance level 4. I've only got clearance 1. But I may be able to find some previously locked off sections that I can look into. Alright, will she be... You're just there. No, you're not Emily. Oh, you're in the boardroom. Where was the boardroom? Was it in here? Max occupancy, 6 persons? I've forgotten actually where they parked the boardroom. Over there. It's alright. She's still sitting in her chair.
Did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry. You made it.
Yeah, thanks.
Emily? Let's talk. Of course.
Jesse's very laconic.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management
He's
team.
not exactly talking to me. He's sort of left messages behind.
Your boss, darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The
If
other
she's
sectors.
still
How do I get there?
sane.
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
She's not telling him about the brain friend.
Look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is.
Bit
We could
forward.
find out something that would help us.
Tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
What kind of tests did you have
I'll
in
check
mind?
the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
But what tests? I'm curious. Using the computer, she's on the hotline. The janitor, by the way. He's a wild card. I haven't made up my mind about. I know he's not normal. I just wonder what he is. Okay. Is that just a filter, or is it actually, like, gonna be biological contamination or something down there? NSC2 reactor. Okay, mission completed, unknown caller. New mission, directorial override. Upgrade and unlock new abilities from the nearest control point. Okay. And also, you want me to talk to her. Before I do that, real quick, I want to have a look at this. Initial impressions. Analysis of Hiss Threat, Part 1. Ordered by Director Jesse Faden. Compiled by Emily Pope, Research Specialist. Initial encounters with the unknown entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss are able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast with that of other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. Well, it might suggest something about what the brain friend is. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to file. Blah for full report. Alright then. We need to talk more. You want to do tests still, but you didn't...
Hi, Jesse.
Hi. Why is there a red...
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure
Okay.
I'll have more questions soon.
I'm out of
Just let me
questions
know.
right now. Why did she have a red thing over her, interaction button. I've got a new one. Board countermeasures. We are at war, hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force, foreign power. We will provide countermeasures strategy. Except ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. We will give resources rewards for each completed countermeasure. Okay. So, my question...
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
I can't hear it. Except for the sound outside. What oh, is that going to be the janitor? I can hear him now. Yep, that's the janitor. What I was going to say is, like, what's the board's motive? Like, we just seem to inherently trust them and know that they're the good guys. Any particular reason for that?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.